Hi, Fran.
We're manning the guest badge table.
The guest badge table. Okay, okay. You guys are doing great.
Manning it. We're womaning it.
You're womaning
right?
it.
We're girly.
It's 2019, right?
Absolutely.
Say hi, Terry.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this. Remember where we are?
Oh, just...
It's gone up red.
When the air gets bad.
I'm the grader. Come on in. Come on. Yeah, good to see you. Oh, man.
Okay, I want that.
Anniversary of Woodstock.
Yes.
Some of us remember that, some of us don't. Also, we walked on the moon, so we've been around a little bit. So first of all, welcome. It's great to see everybody.
Yes.
And I'm going to turn it over to the queen of the prom here, Raquel, who is...
It's been 50 years since we graced the halls of Granger High. What a wonderful milestone we have accomplished. With a heavy heart, 10 years ago, we had 27 deceased that we knew of. At this time, we have 81 classmates deceased. Tom Slack has been keeping up a video for us, and it's playing over here in this corner. I'd like to take a moment and thank all the committee for going beyond the call of duty and help making this a memorable class reunion. Please come up. My partner in crime, Shauna Wimmer, and for providing us with your daughter tonight, and she is our videographer. Amanda, sitting here. Our IT guy, Mike Cedarholm. Mike kept us all all up to date on all the finances, who all was attending, and who had paid the money. Our cute MC, Mr. Jeff Geegy. So keeping us all entertained tonight, Terry Sullivan. did all the stuffing of all the badges and the names, and collected all the checks into the bank. Denny and Fran Stoltz. They designed the invitation and getting all the checks to the banks as well. May Johnson.
Hey,
Her friend donated all the invitations. The invitations were all free. And this lovely banner was donated by a classmate, Paul Sheely. May was also in charge of the balloons and the decorations. I want to give a shout out to Charlotte Rapp, Kent Winder, Ellen Patrick. Thank you to the Marriott Hotel and the staff here. And yes, I am married to the banquet manager. Thanks, Jean. And a shout out to Chef Matt for the wonderful food we'll be eating shortly. And also, Jean, 30 years ago, you helped us do our 10-year anniversary at the Salt Lake Hilton. He was the banquet manager then. 10-year reunion. 10-year reunion. Is that his anniversary? At the Salt Lake Hilton. And a big thank you to my friend Mark Shubin. Mark, stand up. Our photographer tonight. There he is. Tonight to take pictures of us. And I have a little tip jar right here, and tips are accepted because we wouldn't take any money. We would like to meet at 8 o'clock. 8:30. I think we changed it back to 8:30.
Mark, 8, 7:30, 8, 7:30 or 8. Maybe 8. He's the guy.
He's afraid of the lighting outside. 8 o'clock. Thank you all for coming and making our 50th a grand remembrance. Have a great time. Get reacquainted with all the old classmates. We planned this event for each and every one of you, and to have time to visit and get to know each other again. I'd like to turn the time over to Shauna for just a moment. She wanted to say a few words.
Hi guys, just want to let you know I will not be calling you anymore. I spent many hours on the telephone. My husband Brad has basically been a widower kind of for the last 6 months where I found people. But one thing I want to do is, I know 4 or 5 people that I have convinced to be here that have never been to a reunion. Frank Thompson, Robert Gerard, whoever else has not ever been to a reunion, please stand up. I'm going to brag and say I think that most of those are because of my pain in the butt phone calls. But thank you so much for coming.
Granger High. I can't believe it. 50 years. First thing I want to do, and I think it's important, if you'll gauge right over here to the TV, Tom put this thing together, and it's about all the folks that have gone on before us. And so when you get a minute, all you got to do is hit play up there. It's not on a loop, so if it stopped, just hit play. And take a minute to remember those that can't be here tonight, because there's a lot of them. 40 years, we were at what, Cal, 27, I think?
21.
21? Deceased?
27.
27. And now we're up to 81 that we know of. 81 that we know of that have gone on. So, pay a little respect to them folks, and we'll go from there. We have, again, like Raquel said, we got the guy taking the pictures out there. He's not charging anything for this. This is all donated, so hit the tip jar if you would, and that'll help him out. But 50 years, and here we all are. It's funny how life has a way of turning out for people. And just myself, you know, when you're young, you have all these dreams about what you want to become, what you're going to do, how everything's going to turn out. And you have so many ideas that you want to be when you grow up. I remember when I was just young, my mother brought me home a little paint-by-number kit. And I painted, and when I finished, it was a masterpiece. I actually thought I was going to be the next Da Vinci. I'm telling you, it was great. But in the 4th grade, I happened to be sitting next to a kid who was doodling one time over there, and I just glanced over to see what he was doing. And he had drawn a picture of a horse that looked like it could come off the page. Nostrils, so I thought, I can draw, I painted my picture. So I painted this thing, I was sitting there drawing, and you couldn't tell if I drew a horse or a house. And the kid that I happened to be sitting next to was none other than our own DJ Bodden. He's really where you at. You're an inspiration, man, I tell you. If you ever get a chance to see any of his work, he's unbelievable. Not only as an artist, but as a sculptor. And his whole family has a talent, which really irritates me. So I knew, looking at his painting, that I was never going to be an artist. There was just no way. But when I started high school, I couldn't wait to play football. All 5'5" and 119 pounds of me, I could not wait to play football because I knew in my own mind I had NFL potential. I knew it. Oh yeah, I was there. Well, I remember getting my uniform, and man, was I proud. I was the last one to get a uniform, and I didn't realize it, but at the time, but it was because I was so bad that I just took out what was left. And they gave me a helmet that was about 3 sizes too big, so every time I get hit, I'd be looking out the ear hole. But I knew when Coach Olson says, hey, just take that helmet and make it work. So I tried. I didn't play a whole lot. Well, okay, that's a stretch. I didn't play hardly at all. But during a practice, for some reason they put me as defensive safety. And I, to this day, remember the line coming open. And there's a kid by the name of Cunningham, Bill Cunningham and Roger Norton come through that line. And they hit me so hard that I'm trying to recover. And when I woke up, Coach Les Paxton, I don't know if anybody remembers Paxton, he come over there in his kind, gentle way, and he put his arm around me and he says, son, you need to find another sport, because they're going to kill you. So I said, okay, so much for, I found out NFL, for me, standard for not for long. So I tried out for basketball. All 5'5" and 119 pounds. And I played church ball all my life, so I knew I was good. And I figured, I'll be a shoo-in. During our first practice, I went up for a layup, and some guy who seemed like he was 6'11" at the time, named Alan Heaps, stuck me so hard that I hit the ground. And when I come to, I remember Coach Rushton coming over there and telling me, you need to find another sport. So I said, okay, no problems. I know I can play baseball. I've been playing baseball all my life. I made the All-Stars on my Little League team, and it wasn't just because my dad was the coach. And I was a shortstop, and I knew I was the best shortstop in the valley. There was no problem. I knew I was going to make the team. So I showed up, and I thought everything was going to be great. And when they come over and asked me what position I played, I said, I play shortstop. So I sat down on the sidelines and I waited for my turn. And then I saw Brad Bevan out there playing shortstop. I went back up to Coach Rushton and I said, I want to be a pitcher. If there was any possible way I was playing shortstop with Brad Bevan on the team. So I said, okay, I'll be a pitcher. And then I saw Ted May start throwing the ball, and I said, man, I don't know. Rushton saw me throw one, and he walked over and gently told me, you need to find another sport. So I decided there wasn't many more sports to fail at. I've just about tried them all. So I got talked into trying out for a cheerleader. I wanted to help the team. I wanted to do my part. So that's what I did. And I was a cheerleader. And man, you talk about catching hell from more than you want to believe. I took a lot of heat from the football players, and the baseball players, and the basketball players, and on and on. But I was doing my part. I felt like I was on the deal. And I remember one football game. The team was out on the field. There was Al Krebs and all these other monsters out there. And it was so cold, they were all freezing to death. They'd come off the field, they'd take their helmet off, steam was blowing off their heads. They were all freezing to death and everything. And there I was, on the sidelines, in my uniform, helping the team. And I had Sherry Cassie sitting on top of my shoulders with her legs right around my ears. And I was as warm as it could be. And I looked at all those football players and I said, I finally found my sport. But I went on to the Air Force. I spent 25 years in the Air Force. I got to play varsity ball for the Air Force, but I never played shortstop, I'll tell you that, because I saw the best shortstop in the world when I watched Brad Bevan play. So I played third base for the Air Force and had a ball, traveled all over the world, and it was great. Anyway, again, one last thing. If Raquel ever calls you when one of these is about to happen, don't answer the phone. Okay, just don't answer. Because she called and asked if I'd be on a committee. I said, okay, how bad can that get? And I missed the first meeting. I was at a funeral out of town, so I missed the first meeting. So I went to the second meeting. And at the second meeting, I found out at the first meeting, they decided I was going to be the MC and have to sing. So, at some point, we're going to start singing. I've asked some people around, and I've had them fill out old songs that they remember. And I've got them in my official Granger High Lancer hat over there. I don't know what's in it. So this is going to be a surprise to everybody, but at some point we're going to take you back when we had some great music, because back in the day we had it all. From the late 50s through the 60s and then the early 70s. You know, you can argue religion, you can argue women, you can argue politics, which I do with a lot of people out here, and we've all decided we're not going to do that tonight. But there's one thing you can't argue with, and that is we had the best music during our era coming up, I think, of anybody. So before long, I want you all to grab some food. It's out. It's going to be great. And at some time, we're going to be, in a few minutes, we're going to start singing. I'm going to reach in the hat and figure out what everybody wants to hear. Because I don't know, but hopefully it'll be good. Jude Swing! Look at this! I didn't even see you. I'll be over there in a minute. Okay. Anyway, enjoy yourselves, visit. We kind of planned this so people could mingle, and that's what we want to do. Meet everybody, say hello. And again, remember to check out the video, okay? I love y'all, and we'll see you in a bit.
Okay. So let's see. The Cathys? All right. And you all graduated? Yes? Nice. Videotaping. Everybody say hi. Do we have all guests? No? You guys are not, you guys graduated, right?
I never graduated.
Well, not graduated, but you know, from Granger. Say hi.
We shipped a bunch of us over from the second semester.
You change your mind.
And I just noticed that.
Hi, Brad. Hi, Mike.
I still remember.
Where is he?
Hi, you guys. Say hi.
She's filming this for us. Under the radar.
Rumor has it you've been married for 50 years? Wow. And you both graduated class of 69? Nice. What are your names?
Dave and Mary Cabrera.
Nice. Congratulations.
He knocked me out in football one day. Yes, I went, oh, you were old
Dance.
Twist that shout.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, since I saw you, I'm